Kevin, we have heard the stories. We know that your team is moving on to some different challenges. So with Ben and Mark gone and Dave stepping back, any decision from you?
Well, yeah, and that's why we're here. And unfortunately, all that talk happened a little earlier than what I was hoping. Yeah, we didn't really want this to get out, but yeah, the guys, we talked almost a year ago. Ben phoned me in December, phoned me again in January. Skipper, you're still retiring this year? Yes, I am. So it wasn't so much that Ben and Mark were leaving. It was more polite of them to make sure that I was shutting it down. But I was hoping this would be a couple weeks from now. But unfortunately, the word all got out, and all the teams are switching and all of that. And probably thought it was best to take a little heat off of Ben and Mark, because they went through the ringer the last few weeks, because a lot of the people going, how can you leave Martin? But it wasn't them. It was just part of everything that had to happen over a year ago. So yeah, this will be the last weekend for me.
How difficult a decision was it? As you told me just before we went on, 1987, you joined the senior ranks, and you've been a driving force in it.
Yeah, an easy decision, I think. We thought about shutting it down after Vancouver, to be honest, but a little bit young at that point. Would I have you end up coming back and doing that kind of stuff, and so we played the 4 more years, tried really hard to get to Sochi this year, and put a lot of effort in. Close, but not quite. And so with the plans, yeah, that's it.
Well, with the retirement announcement that you've just made, we can tell you right now that retiring from our booth is Richard Hart. We have an opening here at Sportsnet, and I'm very pleased to announce that Kevin Martin will be a newest member of our Sportsnet broadcast crew from now moving forward. So we're delighted to have you on board. And not only that, Kevin, you are also going to be a spokesman for the tour. This has been a baby of yours. You and the rest of the people on the tour have worked so hard for it. You really want to see it flourish.
Oh, for sure, and not just myself, but all the top players want to see this go, and for myself to be involved both in the booth and also with the organization and building the Grand Slams. And it really is the future of our sport. It's the future of golf. It's the future of tennis. It's the way it is. The best playing the best. That's the way it's supposed to be in all sport, and that's what's going to be here. And it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Growing the brand. Well, you're in part now of the Grand Slam Tour, so let us talk about the Grand Slam Tour with Kevin Martin, part of it in the booth for next year. We've got the Masters in Selkirk, Manitoba in October. Sault Ste. Marie, we go to Brad Jacobs' neck of the woods for the National. The Canadian Open will be in Yorkton, Saskatchewan in December. Players' Championship in Toronto in April, but we are very pleased to announce that there is going to be a 5th event on the Grand Slam. It is going to be in Fort McMurray, Alberta in March. It is called the Elite 10, and we will tell you more about that. You can go to the grandslamofcurling.com. So the decision has been made. The announcement has been made. And yes. You know what? You still have to try to win the Players' Championship yet again. Oh, man, would I love to get through that for sure. And thank goodness we were able to get through Kui today and be in the playoffs starting tomorrow. And I'd love to get that 18th one, as everybody knows. And Kevin Martin, quick decision, lays the broom down. Slides back. Will this be the final slide back for Kmart?
I think it's fitting that the last shot of his career is an out-turn draw, his favorite shot.
Some of the fans already on their feet. I'm sure there are a camera or two ready to go. Jules Olcher, he's got the camera out.
Pierre Charette as well, right beside him.
Last rock, 8th end, up by 2.
All there. I don't think I'm white. I don't think you are either.
Oh.
Just clean. Oh, don't kill it, Benny. Don't kill it. Don't kill it.
Line's really good.
Line's good.
Right on the button, guys.
Right here, last guys. Stone for Kevin Martin. They want it on the button. The sweepers are watching it. Fans are on their feet. Kevin Martin goes out as a champion. Cuts him to 1. He will win his final Grand Slam, taking the Players' Championship. Talk about putting an exclamation mark at the end of a career. All he had to do was cut him down. Kevin Martin can celebrate. He is a champion.
No mistake on that one, Mike. Right out of the hand. The boys liked it. On, off, and lands right on the tee line. Great game by Kevin Martin.
That's a pretty big smile there, Kevin. Genuine salute to the crowd. This number 18 was a long time coming. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels great. Yes, it was a long time coming, and boy, to wait till the last one. Oh, but anyway, got it. And of course, have to draw against 3 on the last one. I was thinking maybe an open hit would be nice, but nope, had to draw. So it was good.
You know, 98% in that game. Are you starting to rethink that maybe you got a few more championships in you?
Yeah, no, I'm not actually. It's time, but that number 18's big, really big for me.
I know there's been 2 really big supporters in your life. The one is Shauna, your wife, and the other one is Jules, that is here. And I interviewed earlier, and he's been with you for a long time. Is there anything you want to say to those 2 big supporters?
Yeah, well, Shauna, obviously, yeah, she's put up with me for a very long time, and 27 years, I guess. So, yeah, so I think she's ready for me to be done with the throwing of the rock stuff and a little more time down south golfing. But, yeah, I'm really lucky at home and the kids, they're all been used to it, of course, over all the years, and maybe they're going to want me to go back curling again once I'm at home for a little bit too much in the wintertime. But, and then Jules, 30 years, that's a long time for coach and athlete, and man, it's been something else, some kind of a ride.
And when you reflect back, what kind of part did Jules play and these guys that are with you in your success?
Well, for sure, and a lot of other guys too. Like not just the ones on the ice today. When you're going back almost 30 years, there's a lot of people, and yeah, I was talking to Shauna this morning and talking about the sponsors, and want to thank all the sponsors. But for 30 years, there's been a lot of sponsors, right? And a lot of them are such good friends still today. And, that's pretty lucky.
Well, congratulations on an amazing career, a living legend. Welcome to the dark side, the media, Sportsnet, and we look forward to working with you again next year.
Awesome. Thanks, Joan. Thanks, everybody. Hey, it's been a blast.
There you go, guys.
Well, the money is nice, $73,500. A great way to wrap up a season. But the glory and the memory of winning your last event will last forever. With Mike Harris and Rich Hart, we've seen a remarkable career come to an end. Both of you have competed against this man. Both of you have seen the successes. You were there to watch his championships. How do you wrap up a career like Kevin Martin's?
Well, I think you do it exactly the way he did it today. You go out and you shoot 98%. What a treat for fans across Canada to get a glimpse at what the number 1 guy has done. This is what we became accustomed to seeing. The last 3 years, Kevin has been off of his game, but we just got to look at what Kevin Martin looked like in his prime from, say, 07 to 2011 when he was doing this on a regular basis, and what an absolute treat for him to come out and show us all what we became so used to seeing.
Mike, bittersweet, but to go out this way on such a huge high.
Yeah, it doesn't seem very bitter at all, does it? I think I think Kevin put it correctly. He's ready to step away, and for us, as Richard said, it's been a treat to watch him throughout the years. It's been frustrating as players. It was frustrating to play Kevin. He beat most teams more than he lost them, and but that's just a tribute to the man, to the teammates. He mentioned in his closing remarks, not just this team, but 1991 was his first Brier victory. We played him in the 97 trials final, and he's been in the Olympics twice. He's got that gold medal, but he also had a silver back in Salt Lake City. It's an accomplished career, obviously, and best of the best. I don't think that's an understatement, and be big shoes to fill for anyone who wants to try to replace or catch him. He's been chasing guys like Tiger Woods and Federer in other sports because he's been so far ahead of everybody else in ours. So great, it's been a pleasure watching him.
Well, he'll be standing right about here next year for the Grand Slam. Richard Hart, it's been a great 2 years. Good luck in your career as you pick it up again with Team Howard. It's been a pleasure, my friend.
Yeah, we'll miss you very much. We'll miss you, Rich.
Well, Richard Hart is going back on the ice. Kevin Martin's coming off the ice, and what a great way to finish it off. I know that Mike Harris, Joan McCusker, and I had a great time with Rich Hart. We'll have a terrific time with Kevin Martin.
To the pebbled ice, the Grand Slam of curling, the Players' Championship. 7-time Players' Champion Kevin Martin competing in his final major tournament. And he's taken on the current Olympic champion, Brad Jacobs. Fourth end, Martin up 2-1. With the last rock sitting one. Taps his own rock to sit in the forefoot and scores a pair. 4-1 for Team Martin. 8th end. Now 4-2. Martin with the hammer. He draws to the back 4 foot. Jacobs with a steal of 1, but it wasn't enough. Martin just with a better pedigree. He wins 4-3 and claims his 18th.
I said Vicky Adams seems nervous.
Last rock.
Whoa!
Jennifer Jones,
Close.
8th end.
Close.
Whoa! Yeah!
Hits the yellow, strikes
Go!
the red.
Go!
1, 2. Extra end.
What a great try.
There all day. It was there all day. Great shot.
Nice try. What a great try.
Well, they went after the win.
And perhaps a few more sweep brushes on that one might have stuck around in the top 12 foot. But what a great shot to throw this game into an extra end.
Whoa! Whoa! Yeah! Go!
Oh, they thought it was there, and even Jill
She
Officer
thought
was
she
trying
made
to
it.
sweep it for the hook back. Oh, she thought it was there. And watch that. Oh, it's a deuce. It is tied. And this is her first
To the women's side, Team Jones taking on Team Homan. Jennifer Jones looking for her 5th Players Championship. Rachel Homan will pick up a $100,000 bonus with a win. That's some nice coin. Second end, 1-0 for Team Jones. Homan facing 4, curls around the redstone to score 1 and ties the game 1-1. Third end, Jones with the hammer, sitting 1, looking to draw for 2, draws to the back 4 foot. Jones up 3-1. Final end, 4-2 for Jones. Homan needs a double takeout to stay alive. And look at this. She makes the hit, but misses the roll. It's Team Jones win the Players' Championship, 5-2 the final.